Here's a look at the E-mini S&P for Thursday, May the 19th, 2011. We're starting here as we usually do with our market profiles. This is what occurred overnight, in other words up until 9:30 Eastern time this morning, which is when the regular trading hours started. So this profile here in the red square is what occurred today, and here's what occurred yesterday. So we were suggesting that a good area of support would be down in the 33 to 35 area. The market overnight did reach down the low rate here, did get to 34.75 and then 34.50 in the regular trading hours, just taking out the low from the overnight by one tick when it traded during the regular trading hours today. So, and then it turned right around. This is kind of interesting because the same thing happened yesterday. This was the overnight low going into yesterday, and the regular trading hours took it out by one tick and then rallied the rest of the day. We took it out by one tick today, and we also rallied from there, but obviously not nearly as strongly as we did yesterday. So our support held nicely, so we're going to want to keep monitoring that area, 33 to 35. Our area of resistance on the top side, so I'll just mark that in here, 33 to 35. That was our support going into today, and around 44 was our resistance. Well, got three ticks above it in the overnight session and basically hit it during the regular trading hours. So we still have these same areas of support. The next support lower would be down a little bit lower, around 31. The next one going up is about 49. So these are really the areas, the immediate areas of support down here, and of course the immediate area of resistance. I suspect the market's likely going to pull back a bit. Tomorrow there's no real news to give us a catalyst on any of this, so we'll just obviously have to monitor it and see what transpires. Although being a Friday, watch out that the market could get pretty sloppy, if not really quiet in the afternoon session tomorrow. So look for potentially some sort of move early in the day. The attempt at the sell-off that we had early today obviously never did unfold, and the market came back up and closed in a fairly strong way. So it's still looking like the market wants to go higher. It still may pause a little bit here before it's ready to do so, may pull back in a little bit more. So, but anyway, there's our containment. That's what we're looking at going into tomorrow. We also like to use these market profiles from the regular trading hours as well when we are taking a look at the analysis of the market. Here are our series of trades that we had today, and you can see that we started the day with these shorts here. Here's our red dashed lines. Then we had another one right here, another one here, and another one here. So these are the trades that we had today on the short side. Here's our long trades that were triggered, and so let's take a look at these. The first two, we used them as a pair and got short here, although by that time our filter had changed to neutral, so it really wasn't a trade that we wanted to take. And as you can see, it kind of went sideways for a bit, then did fall off, but certainly not a good sell-off. So the first trade we took was actually right in here. It did back up a point on us and then had a nice move down. Strict money management was a break even on that. This long trade here obviously not taken in the dark green filter, so our second trade ended up by being this short right here, which was filled in this time frame, and it did come down and reach our first objective, which we were filled on. So that trade worked out nicely, so good profit on that one. The market rallied up, but it left this neutral filter for the rest of the day, so it made it very difficult in taking any trades long or short. This trade up in here, which was the short trade, you can see it got into our what we call our excess zone. So this is an area we look to get short in this area, like we look to get long in this area. And as you can see, just touched into it here and then came off, just touched into it here on the low side, and then had a nice bounce. But we didn't take any of these trades with the neutral filter in the market, just kind of going back and forth. we really don't want to take a long trade when we're this close to the excess on the high of the day. And this is actually a fairly unusual set of circumstances. We actually had both of these trigger right off of the same bar. And when you're in a neutral filter like that, we just stood aside, did not take that trade. So no trade there. So we just really had a couple of trades here today. The first one was break even. The second one hit our first and second objective. So not a huge day of trading, not super active by any means. Most of it, of course, happened early in the session when the news was released and that market had that good sell-off. And then that was basically it. It tested a little bit lower, but then it held within that range for the rest of the session. So now we're still leaning up. The market could get down into that 36, 37 area. Although we still are looking more towards the upside than the down. So anyway, thanks for joining us, watching the video. Any questions or comments, you can get a hold of us at info@eminidaytrader. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you again tomorrow.